Hello again, this is Ant-Man to Enable, bringing you another quick look video, not of a knife this time, but of a new Bible that I've just got. The classic reference Bible in calfskin black, so genuine leather Bible. This is the box I'm just holding up here. It's produced by Crossway, and that's the number of it there. There's Crossway and English Standard Version. I got this one in, if you can just quite pick that up there. And here's a bit of details on the back here. Got 80,000 center column references, got maps and so on. I'll show you them in a minute. Double column format, concordance with 12,000 references, 9-point type, so a little bit bigger, and that's the example of the type there. So this is the box it came in, just opens up like that. And here's the Bible I've got just off to the side. In the top here, I've got all my bookmarks that I still use Professor Horner's Bible reading program. I've been using that for a few years now. It's great. So I've already transferred them across from my old Bible into this one here. The reason I've got this one a little bit bigger is the old one I've been using. This one here, used it for a few years, is getting quite tatty. This vinyl starting to peel off here, and it's done a pretty good job. The actual text block is quite okay. It's holding up inside here on the join, that sort of thing, and see here it's holding up okay. The gilding on it's still reasonable condition. Maybe you can't quite see that. So the text block's okay, and the text there, this is single column format, which I just compare, but I thought, yeah, I'd get another Bible and one a little bit bigger. I found it's okay hand size as such, but a little bit bigger, just a bit easier to hold maybe, and yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a full leather one as such. So looked around, there's a lot of choices as such, but in some ways not a lot of choices. There's one's more in this size, and I wanted something a little bit bigger, and then you get into the expensive Cambridge Allen ones and that sort of thing. So I found this one, genuine leather. There's only about 2 or 3 reviews on it, so it's a bit of a not that popular, I suppose, in a way. It's significantly cheaper than an Allen's Bible, and yet there's a version of Allen's Bible. Allen's a high-end producer of Bibles that uses the same text block as this one, just with their better quality production, so leather and that sort of thing. So this is going to be my user Bible, and double column, center column references, going really well. 2 ribbons, there's one there, and there's one still tucked inside there. So I'll just pull that out while I'm here. So he uses two black ribbons, and suitably long enough so you can pull them out to the side here. It clears on the side there well, so that's no problem. And I got this one a little bit cheaper. I got it from the American Bible, even what do they call it, Bible popular site, because they pointed out that the art gilding was a little bit poor or rubbed off or something. I can't see where that is on here, but also that we can see on the end here that the end of the book doesn't come here, so these signatures are pushed out, or maybe it's supposed to be curved, and the edge of the book only comes right to the end here. So they gave me a bit of a discount on that, and that's quite alright. So it'd be my user Bible. See here, there seems to be a bit too much gap here. If that had pushed along to the end, maybe would have given a bit extra, because there's not too much overlap on the sides here. So it's called the yap, very small yap. The yap's there to protect the actual pages and the gilding. And never mind, it's in my user Bible. However, there's one thing I've noticed about it since I got it. Might be able to see just here, this pages here catch on the end there, so you close it and it's catching on this little fold over section here, and even there it's starting to pull up a bit, if you might notice. So maybe that's just a way that this is a cheaper version of the Bible, and it's not really sealed in well. But interestingly, just see if I can hold that open there, and this old one I've got, the inner liner covers over the top of that fold over, so there's never a problem with the pages catching on the end there. Even though this is a very small overlap of the cover, it never catches on there. So, and it's even stitched along there, so it's not too bad. And my little Pitt Minion I've still got, still going really well. If you want a small Bible, by all means consider a Pitt Minion, better quality one. A little bit of wear on the corners down the bottom here where it must bump on something. Down on here, a little bit of wear, not a great deal on the inside. The gilding's showing a bit of wear on the end here, where obviously you're opening it like this all the time. But text is clear, really good. But it just really is showing you how the inner liner here overlaps on the outside. You can see the little groove where the outside cover's folded over. So again, there's no catching on there like that. So, and notice here, this cover here is right up to the end. So it means that the fold over here is correct. Where in this one here, it seems as though this is hanging out a bit there. Should be pushed in more, and then anyway, that's neither here nor there in the way. These text blocks, these ones here in this edition. Oh, so this is the cover. I'm not sure if this is a leather liner in here. This is a bit different. You can see here where it's joined in, and a couple of the blank pages, that's part of holding it in. A title page, marriage, deaths and adoptions, and then we come to the actual Bible itself page. See here, this is the 2016 edition, so they must have updated it. I thought it was only a 2011, but this one's also printed here in 2016, so, and printed in China, so I assume it's also book bound in China as well. But Chinese produce some good things. The paper on this is quite good, fairly thick. It's supposed to be 36 GSM paper, and see on this one, paper's definitely thinner, but still pretty good quality. This one here, I just compare, definitely thinner, but it feels different. So they're different types of paper. I don't know what it is, but this one here is 2007 text, so I'm sure there was a 2011 text. Now they've got another updated one again, so just interesting to compare the text sizes here. I printed off this sheet off the internet, gives you Bible print sizes, a basic comparison. So the Pitt Minion is about a 6.7 size, they say. So that equals, down these bottom ones here, I'm not sure what, this other one is, but it looks to be close to, it'll be close to probably an 8 point, I guess. Maybe, yeah, probably a bit bigger than a 7. So you can see the difference there. But these, the Pitt Minion with the darker print and the different font it uses, very clear to read. This one here, sometimes I think it wasn't printed quite dark enough or something, so you can see here the Classic Reference Bible is a 9 point. So it's pretty close to 9 point, printed with a dark print. Really nice, very readable. There's one thing here I just was comparing here before. The Pitt Minion's got a line down here which separates the references from the text. This one doesn't, it just has a gap there. To my eye, or maybe just because I'm used to looking at it, this line is a pretty good thing. So neither here nor there in a way, it's still readable. Some people talk about this text doesn't have line matching, so it refers to these lines here lining up with the previous lines on the page, and a certain amount of ghosting coming through. If you can see up in here, even this thicker paper. But here we can see that there's pretty close line matching all the way through, so just in some parts that a bit more obvious here in the Psalms where the lines don't line up correctly. But it doesn't seem to be a distraction for when I'm reading. It's quite okay, and that sort of thing. Coming through the back here, it's referred to as a red letter text. So this is here where Jesus is speaking. It's quite clear red. Some people complain a different red letter text, it's more pinky or orangey or something like that. So my pet minion's got red letter as well. I'll just find a couple of spots. Here it's quite clear, quite dark. So I think, yeah, it's similar in some ways. At the back of the book, it's got a great concordance. The print's quite small on here, but obviously that's to fit a lot more words in. And then we come through right to the back. It's got some of these diagrams here, which a little bit illustrations they're referred to as Solomon's Temple, and then standard sort of maps that we have. So some examples here. They're quite good colour photos. Some examples of what was inside the temple. Ark of the Covenant. That's the ark that Indiana Jones was trying to find. And then we get to some maps. Do it, some maps towards the back. So overall, I'm quite happy with this Bible. It's really good, except for this, just this niggly little. Oh, you can see here where the page is caught over on that bit there. So yeah, never mind. Overall, I'm quite happy with it. I really like the size, so a little bit bigger than hand size. I just got the ruler here. I'll give it a quick measurement. So it's just on 8.5 inches, more or less, that way, and across this way, just on the bit over 5.5 inches. That's right to the outer cover. There is another version of this. I think they call it New Reader's Version rather than New Classic Reference, and it's slightly bigger, slightly longer, and I thought there's also a 10-point text, so the text is even bigger than this again. I think the 10-point would be a bit too big. I'm not really into the large text size yet. My eyes are quite good, and even though I use glasses sometimes, if it's good light I can easily read. I can easily read my pet minion at the moment here as well. So when Jesus had finished saying all this in hearing of the people, he entered Capernaum. So I can quite easily read that, very clear text. But yeah, I think 10-point would be a little bit big for this size Bible. Not to worry, I'm going to give it a go, and this will be my daily reader. I've got my bookmarks in there, and I'm up to number 5 because wherever I stop, I just pull the next one out so I know where I'm up to, and I just keep reading through over and over again. A really great reading program if you're interested in that sort of thing. So here we are. This is Ant-Man to Unable with a quick look at the New Classic Reference Bible. And yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, stay ready, stay prepared, stay alert, endure to the end, especially in these crazy times we live. Bye bye for now.